Hello, Bame Farm fans. Well, it's been a month since the last chisel plowing, and we're gonna check oils. It's the end of March now, the 25th, and we're gonna go play in the dirt some more. We've been doing pretty decent and not being overly flooded with rain all the time. I'm enjoying that. Hopefully it doesn't change, but while it's dry, looks like there's oil in there. We're gonna try to get a head start on spring tillage. The more we get done now, the less we got to do down the line. It's trying to be the opposite of procrastination, right? Or I'm just doing this to avoid doing other stuff, like working on the 2+2 or other things. Oh, yep, we're there. It's hard to see on camera, but we're right on the dots for the full. You know, now there hasn't been many videos because it's been fixing stuff. And I'm not a big fan of fix-it videos, and I haven't been doing anything groundbreaking fixing-wise, just, you know, tinkering on stuff. But I do plan on making a big oil change video, if only to have all the tractors line up to do it all at once. So let's get rolling here. Climb on in. Loving the swivel seat. That is so nice. It's not that cold. I did not do the advance button on the injection pump though, so we'll see how that goes for us. I should have done that. I should have done that. I should have done that. Okay. New door seals this winter make the door really tight. Yes. The cold start button on the injection pump, not that it's really that cold. It's, shoot, 60-something degrees. Okay, cranky. Okay, and don't throttle back too quick, because the governor isn't always ready. Lift off. Find reverse. It's in the center of the long stick, and away we go. Let's go find some dirt. Okay, so we had that intro there, and I didn't get any footage of plowing because it was going well that day. And I didn't feel like getting out of the cab. It was just going well, and sometimes you just want to farm. And what was going to be different than, you know, any previous chisel plowing video, like from a month ago? Well, holy cow. Things took a wild twist, but it was after dark. You know, I chisel plowed 30 acres that day and was trying to come home. I was like, oh, we got, you know, LEDs everywhere. We're going to use those, get home, flashers. You just bring the tractor home because it was going to rain. Good thing it didn't rain that much because we're about to go back out chisel plow. But story time here. Let's look out here in the back. You see that bolt right there? That's not originally supposed to be a bolt. And it's now double nutted. From the factory, there's a pin there that has a cotter pin, and I imagine a washer. We didn't find the washers, but a cotter pin at each end. And one of the cotter pins sheared, and that pin came out, and the tank went on the road. Yeah, those are fresh bolts. Had to put those back in. Only that bolt was left holding the tank. I think, see, there's supposed to be 3, and then there's 3 on the back side. If we can see those in the darkness, just look for the new bolts. There's 1 and 2. I mean, those bolts were fine, but there was only 1 bolt holding it here, and the tank was hanging off. And then those rubber fuel lines pulled off or broke. So then all of a sudden, well, I was dead on the road, and we were leaking out fuel because the top tank is plumbed into the bottom tank, and there was tons of pressure. Now about a mile from home. It's 1 in the morning. So, you know, I called Dad. I'm scrambling to find something to plug the holes. Found some bolts and a pencil in the toolbox. I was able to kind of jam the holes to slow it down to a dull roar. Dad brought some rubber. It's like some extra little bits of fuel line. Then we were able to get it stopped, and with the 1086 drug it into the next field. about 15 feet away. And that was my wild last Monday. Well, it's dry again, so let's go out and do this and hopefully be less adventurous with just some soil turning and some, some great close-up action shots as always. Well, last we saw it, the camera fell off the chisel plow that one day, and I went to Harbor Freight and bought myself a $50 metal detector with all these buttons and knobs that I could sit there and adjust it to only find like gold pieces on the beach. But I want to find the camera, which has a big magnet on the bottom, so I don't care what the sensitivity is. I'm sure there's not a bunch of coins out here, and we're just searching and swinging away. I know exactly the path where I lost it, or the which swath of chisel plowing. I don't know where I lost it, and I know when I couldn't have lost it anymore because I stopped and lifted up the plow for a few feet. So I'm just out here swinging, hoping for the best. So I'm gonna do some walking, hope I can find it. If not, then it's another $300 plus GoPro for me, instead of using the old one, which it's filling in for now just fine. Okay, we got some beeping. We have our first victim. I brought a little shovel with me. I'll turn this off and set it down for a hot second. We're gonna dig in here and see what chunk of iron we can find. Yeah, here's the shovel I brought. Oh man, that wasn't that deep. Well, man, if only for a wad of... This is the first time it beeped out here. Camera's waterproof. We got a slug. I know the battery's dead. And that wasn't deep at all. It was just in a wad of bean stubble. Who knows if I would have found that. I put the camera on down there by the trees. I actually made it pretty far. I'm probably halfway to where I stopped and realized I lost it, because dummy me put the camera on upside down on the plow. Well, now we can get back to regular filming and see how good a shape this is in. Oh, I hope this isn't too windy. Good thing I got a new door for it. This door is new, because I had lost the previous one out doing hay. Oh, and it looks pretty clean in there. Look at that. Well, it's gonna need a recharge. And I didn't get this too dirty. There's a 90-day return policy, but you never know what else I might lose, or if I ever go to the beach. I guess I'll keep this around. So let's say this was a fun farming video of, well, finding the camera, but I guess I'll plug this in and make sure it still works. But all it did was sit out here sort of in some dirt. It wasn't even that deep. I was afraid it was going to be buried. And that was my first blip on the thing. Wow. Okay. Well. Yeehaw. Well, here we go. Muddy lens and all. Looks like the camera still works. It's been a month since that last chisel plowing I did when I lost this. But hey, it's the end of April. Things are great. It's dry. Yeah, maybe a lot of folks are slapping beans in the ground right now, but we're still early. I've told myself, I don't care if I'm the last one done, but as long as I'm done by Memorial Day or something, that's still a win over most years. And I say that now, and to watch the weather just go to absolute, and just slap me in the face. Because I've also planted, corn before Mother's Day and watched it get flooded out. So it's all just about, waiting for the dryness to get here and stay here. So all we want is dryness. Dryness is our friend. It's only because we're in southern Ohio and I know it will rain. That's all. I mean, there's moisture underneath. It's not like we're making dust. Right, chisel plow looks dry on top, and it's all about creating surface area, more surface area to evaporate more water. I think last year some people thought it was dry, and last year I had some of my best corn and beans. So it all depends on soil type.